What's up, YouTube? This is Spade here, and today I will bring you my black and white Wi-Fi battle number 100. Wow, time has just flown by, and here we are. So, I got a lot of suggestions what I should do for this 100 battle, and thank you everyone for that. And also I reached 17k a while ago, so thanks for that too. But I decided, one of the comments said that you should bring back your gravity team, and I was like, maybe I should. So you know, I thought that it would be kind of a good way to go back to my roots, because that's pretty much how I started my channel with. But I'm gonna stop rambling now and just jump into the match. So anyways, I lead off with Paragon 2. My opponent, I don't know if he has a YouTube account or not, but I digress, leads off with Fortress. So I switch into my Espion, which actually I should not have had on this team, but I forgot to switch it, and this is the Espion that I have for my Sun team. But it actually worked out okay, so I'm not complaining. I set up the Reflect on the Hippowdon. He does have the Crunch, and it does quite a lot. But I'm just gonna switch out into my Paragon 2, trace his Sandstream. Unfortunately, it does not grant me the Sandstorm immunity, but oh well. And he doesn't have the Toxic, apparently, so he's gonna switch out as I set up my Gravity. Yes, yes. Gravity is so much fun. You don't really see it ever, but I guess there is a reason for it. But you know, it's a lot of fun. So the Suicune that I'm facing now, he's able to outspeed me, of course, and get off a Calm Mind. So after that, the Thunder does a disappointing amount, even though I do pack like over 100 special attack EVs. So I'm pretty much forced to switch out, and I send out my Metallic Cruel, and because I'm pretty sure I can wall him unless he has the hidden power Electric, and still I can take, even that I can take pretty well. But I'll have to see. Most Suicunes that I've seen have been Crocoons. They might carry Ice Beam, but you know, Tentacruel can take that too. So let's see, he just goes with the Scald, and it does like nothing basically. I think he has 2 Calm Minds at this point too. But Tentacruel is a special defensive monster with tentacles, of course. But I'm gonna keep setting up some Toxic Spikes. I kinda just wanted to force him out. And luckily he didn't get the burn, and you know, he doesn't want to stay in against, you know, my Tentacruel, because he can't really do anything. So he goes into his Fortress. I was gonna say Ferrothorn. But I do hit my Hydro Pump. It does over half, and I'm just gonna go for a second one right here. But he does decide to go back into his Suicune, and at this point I wasn't really sure, because he knows that he can't really touch me. But the thing is, Tentacruel does not have a reliable recovery move, so eventually if he really wants to go for the stall right now and just sit up, you know, he can do that, and he knows that I don't have that reliable recovery move, like I said. So eventually he will win the stall war, but it's gonna be a long one if he wants to go for it, and apparently he does. So I'm just gonna set up my Toxic Bugs, but then I decide to switch, because, you know, I can't do anything. So I send out my Deoxys defense, which does have actually Toxic, even though I have Toxic Spikes. But I just brought, this was the first Deoxys defense that I found on my box, and I just wanted one that would have all the entry hazards, or the remaining ones, meaning regular Spikes and Stealth Rogues. So that's why I brought this Deoxys, but it does have the Toxic, and it actually works out in this situation, because I can put the timer on the Suicune. Although at this point I'm fearing for it, but you know, I'm not still sure if he has the rest. Most likely, by the looks of it, he's been only using Scald, so he is most likely Crocoon, no question about it. And he's just gonna keep on Calm Minding. I'm gonna set up some entry hazards. You know, there isn't really much else I can do, and unfortunately I do not carry Taunt on this Deoxys, which really sucks. So I'm just gonna set up some Spikes while I'm at it. And he's gonna hit me with a Scald and actually score a critical hit, which in fact kinda goes in my favor. This does mean I won't be able to set up my entry hazard anymore, and he does have a Fortress, so he might get the spin-off. But after Sandstorm and Toxic, he should be in a range for my choice Banded Dugtrio to go for the KO, and luckily it is the case. So I get get that big problem out of the way. I don't have to worry about the Suicune, and in comes the Hippowdon, who is pretty much going to wall me. But the good thing is I have my Porygon 2, who is pretty much going to be able to wall him back. And so far I haven't seen Toxic on this Hippowdon, so I don't really have to worry about it. And you know, I have my Toxic Spikes working in my favor here. So I'm just gonna speed up this process, because basically what I'm going to do here is Toxic stall him and eventually set up my Gravity right here. And the reason why I wanted to set up my Gravity is because he has a couple of Flying and Levitate guys. So if he decides to send out those next, when this Hippowdon dies, they will get Toxic poisoned, which would be really nice. And that was my thought process behind this bit of a stall portion here. But finally it's about to come to an end. Unfortunately the Hippowdon does hit me quite hard with those EQs. So I'm down to quite low yellow, but that's okay. And in comes Hydreigon, which does get Toxic and gets hit by Spikes and the Stealth Rocks too. And Draco Meteor is pretty obvious here, although he might also have the Focus Blast, but it's not really that common, and Draco is always the obvious choice. So what I'm going to do is switch into my good old Registeel, Regigiggle, and this is a really fun set. This was actually, I used this long time ago, even before I made my original Gravity team in Gen 4, and I'm gonna set up that set Gravity again, and in comes Heatran. This is pretty much the same situation that I had a long time ago in one of my Gen 4 battles, and he actually overpredicts, or just plays it safe, because it will Earth Power will hit both Tentacruel and my Registeel for super effective damage, and boom, Zap Cannon, and boom, Dynamic Punch. I get a nice chunk of damage on the Heatran, and there we go. He has the Parafusion going on, working against him, and Registeel did the same thing as I did in my Gen 4 battle. I pretty much screwed up a Heatran that in most cases would do the other way around. It would screw up a Registeel. But I get off the Confusion hacks on him, and then I'm gonna set up my Sunny Day to get off the Sandstorm, so that it won't bother my Porygon 2. And look at this! Sun boosted Flamethrower, but I'm able to survive that. Wow, and fire off a Dynamic Punch and KO the Hydreigon. That was amazing. I actually had Explosion before on this Registeel in Gen 4, but obviously that is not really a good option, so I decided to put Sunny Day on this thing just to troll some Sandstorms, and I was able to do that. And Gravity wears off, but I was still able to take down the Fortress, which was amazing. The Zap Cannon did hit, and that was just amazing. Registeel just took out 3 pokes. And Stealth Rocks are still on, so multi-scale of Dragonite is not a concern, although it does seem that he has a Life Orb on this Dragonite, which is weird. I don't know why, but I digress, and I send out my Espeon to set up the Reflect for the few more remaining turns of this match to help my team. But then I was like, wait a minute, I have a Ductrio on this team, let's just go with the Stone Edge. But what do you know? It misses, of course, you know. Why wouldn't it miss? But it dams the brakes, but I do have my Porygon 2, who still has the Reflect on, so I should be able to take a hit, and he does hit through the Confusion here, and he does go for the Roost to buy himself some more time. And I'm gonna do the same in my own way and just go for the Recover, because I think I should be able to take either 2 or 3 Outrages. And again he's able to hit through the Confusion and get the Thunder Wave on me, and I'm like, what? And then I get the full Para too. And then he hits through Confusion again, yet again. I guess this is a bit of a payback from the Parafusion earlier. And then I get the full Para again. And then he hits through the Confusion yet again. And hits me with Outrage, but luckily my Blizzard hits. And I don't get Para-hacks or anything, and that will be the game. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. If you did, like always, press that little like button. Takes a second, but it does make a difference. And every time you do it, the gravity will intensify by 1.5 times if my calcs were correct. But anyways, I digress, and I just want to say thank you again, and here's to 100 more battles, hopefully. So this was indeed my 100th battle. I've done a lot of battles, and yeah, like I said, hopefully there will be many more. So thank you once again for all your support, and yeah, that will be all for this match. So I will see you guys next time with something completely different, most likely. So until then, this is the Flaming Spade signing out. Peace.